Everyone, I'm going to show you some moves for our virtual personal training offering at home. So the first exercise we're going to start with is a lat pull down using your T-handle rings. So if you use them up against the door, you're going to put your feet up against the wall, and then from here, think about keeping your chest up nice and tall. With your elbows straight, you're going to think about pulling your shoulder blades down your spine. So inhale and then exhale as you pull down, squeezing the shoulder blades, and you want to think about your elbows going towards your hips, slowly making your way up to the top of that range. And again, breathing out, pulling your shoulder blades down, and then elbows going towards your hips. And slowly returning up to the top. We're going to get into a plank. So we're going to get into a plank with a forward reach. So essentially what this is going to look like is we're going to get on the elbows, and from here you're going to think about holding in the abs and squeezing the glutes as well, and slowly, without moving in the hips, reaching forward and alternating sides. Nice and controlled, reaching towards the object in front of you. We're going to get into a hip bridge exercise, so working the glutes and the abs as well. So how this one's going to look is your feet are firmly on the floor, you're lying on your back, and from there you are maintaining a neutral spine. So again, extension being one way, I'd be able to fit my whole hand underneath, and then flexion, flattening out your back. So you want to go somewhere between those extremes. From there, keeping your abs engaged, you're thinking about squeezing your glutes and extending up to the top of the range. So when you get up to the top, you're going to hold, and then slowly, without shifting too much in your hips, you're going to raise one leg off the ground, and then the next leg off the ground, and slowly descending back down to the bottom of the range. So that will be one rep. Alrighty, so now we're going to go into our one-arm chest presses using our TheraBand. So basically what I have here is I have our actual TheraBand attached onto the handle of the door, and we're going to get you to step out, give yourself a small amount of tension, and then from here, keeping your abs engaged, breathing out as you push forward, keeping the shoulder blade down, and then exhale as you push forward, keeping your elbow nice and straight, slowly descending down back to the bottom, breathing in. And again, same thing, exhale as you go out, keeping your abs nice and engaged, because as you see here, our actual TheraBand is trying to turn our bodies this way. So this is as much of a chest exercise as it is an actual core exercise as well. So what we'll do is when we go to the other side, we'll literally just flip around, take that same piece of tubing, abs really engage, your feet are about hip width apart, and then from here, pushing forward again, same thing, exhale, and inhale as you come down. We're going to get into a variation of a side plank. So how this exercise is going to look is you're going to start on your elbow, your knees are flexed to 90 degrees, and your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. From there, what you want to think about is squeezing through your glutes and extending forward as your hips come up. From there, holding your hips up as high as you can. The top leg is going to straighten out. You are flexing from the foot, and from there, slowly lowering, hovering the foot off the ground, and abducting away. So this movement is going to be felt shoulder, in the abs, and in the hip as well. So you keep repeating that motion to the top, hold for a second, come back down, and extend back up to the top. All right, so our next exercise is a standing reverse fly. So in this exercise, we're going to be working in between the shoulder blades, so the rear deltoids or rhomboids, and a little bit of the triceps as well. So from a side profile, you want to make sure that your actual TheraBand is even on each side and giving yourself a slight amount of tension from here. Your arms are about shoulder height, and from here, keeping your shoulder blades down, you're going to start to pull the TheraBand apart. So breathing out as you pull that TheraBand apart, think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then you're slowly going to return back to where you started. Always keeping a little bit of tension within the actual tubing as you go back and as you come forward. So same thing, exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and inhale as you come down all the way to the bottom.